So, last we left off, Marlene had left left this little town that she won her battle tournament and the contest in, onto newer and greener pastures. And with the fired up, both Strawberry and Tart are ready to go, wanting to launch off into battle. So, she'd be headed towards this mountainous region, our main character. And as she would make her way there, let's roll for what she sees. Ooh, okay. 10. Okay. So, I mean, despite the howling sounds that during the night, there hasn't been much to report now that, you know, daylight's broken and, like, things seem to be a little more positive going. But let's see. But, of course, on the way, there's plenty of Pokemon around that she would notice. But nothing would really catch her eye at the moment. Let's make another perception check as she moves deeper into the routes. Okay. 7. And then... okay, still... well, as she makes her way closer to the mountain here, let me just add those. And let me move things up and around. Okay. As she's moving up and around towards the mountains where she heard the howling, at least she assumed she heard the howling, there would be quite a few Pokemon for sure. Let's see. Many a Rattata, really, many a dog Pokemon. I mean, there's nothing really too out of place, one would assume, with this. Let's keep going. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And as she makes her way deeper in, she would... let's see if I can... let's see... let's see. She would be... as she went in, further in to this, she would... let me grab it. She would encounter a shrine. And let me see about our little mandarin here. Okay. And being in this shrine, Mandarin, our Vulpix, would have a heightened sense of awareness. As if she knows something is here. So, in response to this information, let's see. Okay, that's a 4. Ooh. Well, Marlene still trusts her Pokemon implicitly. And she wouldn't know what exactly was up. But she does know that her Vulpix is very much on high alert and just very aware of something going on. As her Pokemon would... Sorry you got kicked, that sucks. As... Ooh, okay. So, now that her Vulpix has been able to very much tune herself as Mandarin really tunes himself into this shrine-like element, this mystical place. He dashes deeper in, and Marlene follows him. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's roll. Okay. So that's 5. Ooh. Not great. Marlene still can't really sense what's going on around her, but her Vulpix is very much aware of what is going on. As, let me do one more. Oh, that's rough. Okay. As further on deeper into the shrine, Marlene can hear shuffling. People moving around in here. Now, this place looks fairly run down, fairly abandoned, fairly... It's not really used, you can say. Now, let's see. Okay. And so, yeah, she would move in, as she could hear voices saying, like, we need to find this thing. What the hell does our boss even want with this old fucking place? There's no point in being here. As that goes on, let me roll. Okay. She can't put her finger on it, but she recognizes the voices from somewhere, or like it feels familiar enough to her. Let's see. Yeah, hair standing on end, she's not comfy. Our main protagonist. As she shuffles in deeper in. Let's see. Okay. And what about you guys? Really? Ooh. Yeah, these guys are busy trying to satisfy their boss. Still grumbling around about how they can't find whatever this thing is the boss wants. At all. And as she sneaks closer, she sees a familiar sight. Familiar people. Well, familiar enough to her, as they're wearing the same-ish uniform as the one time she caught some of the Pokemon being trapped and caged. So, let's see. Okay, yeah. So, intuition-wise, she's not very comfy. She does not want this to be going on at all. Like, she already interfered once with these people, but she has no confidence in wanting to interfere with this kind of stuff ever again. Let's see. If... Okay. But... Mandarin, seemingly very spiritually connected to these places, this kind of atmosphere, would move in closer. Like, first standing on end, Mandarin, our Vulpix, is not happy with what's going on. Let's roll. Ooh, that's rough. Let's see. Even with this old building creaking, groaning, honestly, these grunts think it's just them shuffling, making this old building creak and groan. Luckily not noticing Marlene moving closer and closer. Let's see. What we can do here. Okay. As you know, she gets closer and closer. She can hear a little bit more about what these people might be planning on doing. I'm not even sure why boss wants these dumb gems all around anyways. Hello, Private Glade. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. Today's a Pokemon D&D stream. Hopefully you'll enjoy your time here. Yes, yes. We just entered a shrine where grunts are talking about some gem and like wanting to and like trying to satisfy a boss as our main character is moving closer and closer, trying to get more information essentially. Fair enough. And yes, your points can affect the story, so that is something. Anyhow. Okay. So. Marlene has heard, like, strange crystals around this place that, like, can do something. Like, she hasn't really, like, she heard these crystals have amazing power and all those fantasy-type tropes, but, like, honestly, she never believed that anyone actually would literally believe these kinds of stories. Like, would you really believe that some rock could give anyone powers? No. So she's kind of in that boat, so she's a little confused on why on earth would someone even want these things? I mean, sure, if they actually did have like some sort of mystical power, then of course people would want it, but like, that couldn't be true at all. Anyhow. Okay. So, now she's as close as she can be without being seen. Yeah, absolutely not being seen, as now these guys are pretty much arguing with each other. Like, god damn it. If the boss really wanted these goddamn rocks so bad, why doesn't he just go into some random cave and go mining for them? Like, these rocks cannot actually be real. There's no way, no chance that could happen. Nuh-uh. And as such, she's able to basically hear more about this. Like, okay, there's no way these rocks could actually give people some weird power or like some weird connection with Pokemon. Come on now. That is just genuinely something a kid would believe, and it's too stupid to be true. Come on, let's just go find some random ass rock somewhere else. So, let's see. Okay. And yeah, no. They're pretty much storming out, and they're still arguing, basically. Like, come on now, it can't be that interesting to just find some rock and go just get some shiny-ass rock, give it to the boss, and he should be happy enough. Why does it have to be this one specific rock that's apparently in this dumb, rusty old building? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Mandarin, our Vulpix, pretty much has heard enough. Like, you can basically hear this Vulpix growling. They're not very happy about what's going on as they walk and continue their search. Now, our trainer, let's see. Okay. Our trainer Marlene will follow them closely, quietly. And as they continue to wander around this creaky old building, the creaks and groans of it covering up her footsteps. Let's see. Okay. And creaks and groans wandering up these steps. Marlene ducks behind a room. Again, creaks and groans hiding her sneaking around. As these people continue to search and they're ready to... Hello, Dweedos! Welcome to the stream. Today's Pokemon DND Day. Hopefully you're excited. And we just... Yes. Hopefully you're excited as... Our character has walked into some villain's plot to steal some sort of rock here that's supposed to give some sort of power in the shrine. And yes, we have a Vulpix. Their name's Mandarin. They're very spiritually connected to this place. Or at least spiritually connected, period. Thank you for the stars. Anyhow. Let's see. Ooh, that's not great. Yeah. So, as she ducks in and around this creaky old shrine, well, a grunt turns his back at the wrong time and sees them. You! What the hell are you doing here? Did you hear our entire plot? Well, yeah, basically. I'm not even sure why you guys even want this rock anyways. Guess I'll have to stop you. And so... Sorry, Cairo. Yeah, character plague. But yes, this grunt will send out... Let's roll. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They send out an Alolan Meow. So, this Lowland Meow we have here. They will go as Mandarin just moves right in front of Marlene, in front of this Meow, growling. Like, they are determined to stop this Pokemon and trainer from doing whatever the heck they want in this building. So, this Meow will start with a quick fake out. And now let's roll to see if it hits. Oh yeah, that hits. But not a crit. Not a crit. So let's roll for damage. Okay. 9. And then... Okay, 13. 13, and then with our HP here and defense. Okay, we only take 7 damage. Our Vulpix is just fine. As our Vulpix shrugs this attack off, they go and sprint at this Pokemon. Let's see if it will hit. Oh no, I'm sorry that's happening. Dash right up to the Pokemon. Take a deep breath in. Aimed. Fire! As it fires off. 1, 2, 3 wisps of flame surround this Vulpix. As boom, This attack burns. So now let's see how much damage it will do. Whoops, wrong dice to use. I need these two. Okay. Okay. 26. 26, and then special here. Okay. 6. The special damage here. 21 big damage. Woof. So that's and woo. Bang. That ember hits them. They're burnt. And they're injured. Pretty badly, I should say. As the Meow goes to straight up attack this as this man actually moves up to try and basically brawl, trying to take Marlene down, make sure no people are aware of what's going on today. So it's gonna go and attack. Let's see if it works. 11. Okay. He goes in to basically freehand attack. Let's see. 20. Oof. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay. And then we have... Okay. 20 and then 13. 13 damage. That means... Hello, Kit VT. Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. And today we're playing Pokemon DND, where your points can affect the story. Right now we're in a battle with a grunt. And this grunt has decided to attack our main character here. And it does pretty heavy damage. 20 big damage. Thank you for the star. Thank you. Yeah, 20 damage. And then, yeah, 13. So, from that. So, one there, and then there we go. She's not hurt. She's not happy. Thank you for following me and becoming a specter in these hallowed halls of mine, kid. But yes. Marlene just gasps in surprise. And she screeches, like, she's basically screaming, essentially, is what she's gonna do. But doesn't do anything, sadly. Yep, the screech does not go through. As now, top of the round, we have our Pokemons now. Meowth goes right back at it. Claws out to try and take a swipe at the Vulpix. Hello, Z. Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. Today we are playing Pokemon D&D, where your points can affect the story. How are you? Also, don't lose your head. Let's get to rolling. Let's see if this... Ah! So, the Meowth tries to go for a swipe at the Vulpix, but our Vulpix Mandarin dodges, moving right out of the way. As it moves right out of the way, let's see. Okay. Okay. Nearly. As it goes right past the Vulpix, our Vulpix Mandarin quickly goes in for an attack. Let's see. Woo! Okay. 14, 20 damage right there. Let's see. 12. Yeah. Ooh. The Meowth isn't looking great. It's not looking great for the Meowth. As the Grunt here is also trying to stop our main character, Marlene, here from basically doing much else. Let's see how it goes. 9. Ooh. Let's see. Nope, he's able to get another whack in. Just trying to knock her out, really, so then, you know. A silence trainer does not tell any tales. Let's see. Not great. Marlene's struggling, man. She's kicking, she's screaming. She just wants to get away from this person. 17. 10. As now Marlene will go. She's still screaming, essentially. Like, she wants things to stop. Ooh. It's okay. We love Bobbies here. Hi, Poslicus. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Pokemon D&D. We're in a battle. Grunt is basically attacking our... Fired up! As in this battle, fighting for her life practically now, Marlene here basically is like, okay, I am not gonna die here. I cannot lose here. Thank you for the fired up. And because of that fired up, she gains 1 combat stat in attack. But yes, she's screaming at this point. Like, let me go! And bada bing, bada boom. The Grunt here, confused. Yep, he's confused. He's not able to do any actions unless he, you know, rolls for it. But also, because this Meowth is also in the room, it's also confused. So, with that being said, defense down by 2. Also, because they are burned, they take the tip of HP as well. Not looking real good, but ooh, still. Let's see. Let's see if it's back up to the top of the order. They try to go for another attack. Let's see if it goes off. Ooh. Nope. They're not able to attack. So, with that inability to attack, turn goes. As this Meowth is holding their head, dizzy, confused. Oh, what the heck that was. Mandarin takes this chance now to go for it. Okay. Let's see. 6 here. Let's see. 3. And not able to dodge it. It's stumbling. It's dizzy. As one more time, our Vulpix goes to land a quick attack. Okay. 17. Bada bang, bada boom. -10. This Meowth is done. But, hold on. Hello, Nero. Hi, Rex. Welcome to the stream. We are in the middle of a battle. But, like, this is not a fair battle. This is gonna get dirty. Yeah, Pokemon faded, but this grunt is not gonna give up quite easily. Like, he wants Marlene basically gone. Because if she knows, then who the heck is she gonna tell, basically? Yep, he's gonna be able to hit on this. Let's see how well this goes. Okay, another 20. Lower down to... Oh yes, and also know that your points do affect the story here. 20, lower down to a 13. So... yeah. So... There. Then... Yeah, 18. Ugh. Marlene's hurt, but she's not giving up quite yet. As she basically now is gonna flail, kick, and do whatever she can to get herself out of this. Ooh, yeah, she's landing a hit. Let's see how well she does. Ooh, that's a pretty big one. 16... 22. Big damage. 2, 2. Oh. Just a 7. 6. Okay. 15. 15, 15. So, minus 5 equals... Yeah. And then 1 there. Ooh. She took a pretty big... She basically kicked him pretty hard in the shin. And that made him let go of her. As her Vulpix turns around. Takes a deep breath in. I think that's cocked, so... Okay. Let's see. And then your thing here. Nope. He's not gonna be able to dodge as our cute little Mandarin fires off 1 ember right at him. Whew. Okay, so 12, no, 6, 16, 22. 22 damage, but then, well, that's 16. So, that, and then 4, and then, with that being a 3, 2, then we go 1. Ooh, 14 HP. This grunt is not happy as he quickly backs away, glaring. And moves away and moves back a little bit. Let's see. As he tries to go for another grab. Let's see. 5 there. Let's see. Nope. Don't think so anyways. Let me see. Usually these things, yeah, more than with our, well, he's injured, so with that they move. Marlene just moves out of the way. And let's see what... And let's see. She's still fired up. She's still fighting. Ooh, that's a good roll. Let's see what she will do. Okay. So, he tries to grab her. She gives him another pretty good kick, if I'm to be honest. 5, 11, 19. 19 damage to this guy. 12. That's 2 HP left. Taking this last chance. Right now, Mandarin charges right at him. Yeah, he's not getting away from this. Charges right at him. Knocks him right down. Ooh, 6, 6, 6. All the 6s. So 18 damage. Yeah, not even with that. Yep, this guy is down 16. Yeah. Yeah. 18 and then 11. Yeah. So this guy is down and out. Marlene takes a breath. And with this guy pretty much knocked out, she moves on. Quietly. She can't take another beating like that. Let's see. Okay, 6. Whoop! Okay. She moves on deeper on into this building. As she goes deeper in, let's see. Okay. The man that was with the other grunt. Soon he would notice that his friend was pretty much gone, would head back. But since this building's pretty big, pretty old, they pretty much miss each other as they take essentially different routes to where they are in this building. So let's see. Okay. 9. Okay. So, as she makes her way to basically the grand hall of this shrine, there's lots of imagery of fox Pokemon. Zora, Zoroark, Vulpix, Ninetales. All these fox Pokemon around this shrine. There is also a rug, a carpet, in the middle of the room where they sit and where people would usually sit and, you know, worship these, and, oh wait, yeah. And also, like, in the center of all these fox Pokemon, all these deities, basically. All these Pokemon, basically, to give them luck. Not really deities. Yeah, there would be one Pokemon above the rest. Biggest one, really. If I can say. So, let's see if she would actually know this Pokemon. She wouldn't really know the Pokemon, but, like, it's not as fox-like as the others, but it's still, like, cat-like in resemblance. But either way, let's see if we can... Ooh, okay. Oh, there. 14. Okay. She's around. And let me also roll for one other thing. Here. Okay. So, her Vulpix is sniffing around the room, trying to get a feel for this place as well. Like, trying to feel around, like, to get a bearing of the room. They're sniffing around, trying to find something as, Marlene searches around and, like, the carpet is kind of out of place for this fairly old building. Again, sure, the people would worship this giant cat-like Pokemon there, but it's not natural in that sense. Let's roll. Okay. As, Okay. 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 So, as her Vulpix snips around, Mandarin catches onto a scent and starts digging at this carpet. And once Marlene pulls the rug off this floor, there's a door. Okay. So, this door. She knows better than to open it. Mainly because, it would kick up a lot of dust and, she doesn't know what's under there. Plus, this building is practically falling apart. It's not really safe. But she opens it anyways. As it opens with a creak. She'll carefully move down. Okay, 6. And she's able to maneuver down fairly carefully since Mandarin still has these little fiery embers, wisps of fire up, providing a little more light. Making sure she doesn't fall through the steps. As slowly, carefully, they move down, lower and lower, down to the floors below. There is quite, the place, it's not damp in a wet sense, but it just, it's a rotting building. It's it's not wet, but it's not a pleasant feeling being down here. But yet, let's see. 8. Okay. But yet, within the distance, she can see a small glowing light. It's not bright. Not at all. But, of course, let's see. She would move closer to it. This small glowing light. Again, Marley knows better than to do this, but in the event that, things do go wrong, and people are looking for whatever this glowing thing is, she may as well get it before these bad people do. So she moves closer and closer. Let's see. Okay, 7, 10. As she's pretty much face to face with this thing, this glowing object here. It does look basically like a red rock. There's no clear indication of what's this thing is, I will say. Yeah. No clear indication what this thing is. There's no symbol on it that would depict it belonged to any Pokemon that she would know, or any Pokemon that would be around, no. As she goes to grab it, she can feel a warmth coming off of it. Warmth that is calming. Like, it doesn't burn, kind of thing. So it's not fiery lava kind of thing, but it's still warm. Especially so for something that's supposed to be in a cold, dark, and icky room. So, she grabs it and takes it. Alright. And now we have a fun, weird little key item. And no, it's not even a firestone. I mean, she would know what a firestone was. But it's not that either. But she put it in her bag, as it doesn't seem like there's a risk of burning, as she makes her way back up. Actually, also... Okay. As she makes her way back up, with this thing, this stone that she has, she can feel herself get a little rejuvenated, feel a little better from it. Like, it's not a complete heal. At all. No. But it's enough for what she sustained. As she walks back up the stairs. Oh, yeah. It seems like the last goon that was here has found her. You must have found what the boss was looking for. Hand it over! Marlene shakes her head. She's not going to do that. Okay. And with that, fine, if you're not gonna give it to us, then we'll make you give it to us. As this grunt sends out an Ekans. So, with the seconds now, let's see. With that, battle begins. As this seconds goes to fire off a poison sting. Ooh, tough luck there. As it fires it off. Let's roll. Okay. 15. As it fires off its poison sting, Vulpix is hit. And it does 14. This is 9 and 12. It doesn't do much, but the poison does. As the Vulpix is ready to basically now engage in another battle, it takes a breath, fires off an ember. Okay. So 6, 22. 2, 16. Oof, fairly close. Let's see. These grunts here. Okay. This grunt would try to make a dash for her. For Marlene. Let's see. They make a dash for her, trying to stop her. But it's no use right now. As basically, she's determined to keep this thing safe. And she's basically screaming, "Not on my watch!" She's screaming, and bang. Let's grab. And now, let's grab the fact that baby, they are confused. The Ekans and this grunt are now confused once again. And now we're back to the top of the order. Let's see if this Ekans can actually act. Let's see. Oh wait, no. Yeah. No, the Ekans isn't able to act. It's confused. And because of that, now okay. So yeah. They try to act, but bonk themselves right into in their confusion. Our Vulpix here, taking advantage of this whole situation. Ooh. Let's see. Enough. As the Ekans is confused, the Vulpix goes in, charging for an attack. Okay. 20. Well, it's now 12 still, but still. Good hit, good hit. 6 damage left. As this grunt tries to go and stop this whole thing, holding his head. His head's hurting. And not able to act. So trying to grab her despite his now onset headache. He tries to grab her, falls to the ground. Injures himself. As Marlene goes to basically try and stop this man now. Okay. 9 there. Let's see. So I need to be... Yeah. She's able to do it. Yeah, that's fine. 18... 11... As yeah, she basically kicks him while he's down on the ground there. It's like, if you're gonna fight dirty, don't expect me to play fair either. As now it's the Ekans' turn once again. Let's see if they can act. Okay. I mean, they can act, but they're not out of confusion. Okay. So, this Ekans goes straight for the Vulpix. Proceed. Rolls. Alright. As this Ekans goes to wrap around Vulpix. But it may not have been a wise move, as with the wrapping around, this snake's body touches a flame. Okay, so that would be 11 and then 19. Yeah. Touches that flame, blows up right in its face, knocking it out. Let's see if this grunt can act now. Oh, absolutely not. He is absolutely not acting, as he tries to get up. Ugh. And tries to go right at Marlene, but he slams right into a pole. Just straight into one that was behind her. Quick foot. Quick foot it is, isn't it? So, slams right into a pole, and Marlene takes this chance now. Let's see. You know what? As he tries to grab her, and on that literally critical one, critical failure. Let me see. On that critical failure, yep, she is able to basically give him hell, essentially. 18. Okay, 7. So 11 to this. And this grunt is not looking great. Mandarin, now free from the grasp and seeing that another grunt is after their trainer. Not very happy about that. And since he's right now on the ground, once more, after Marlene basically, you know, gave him another stomping, essentially, would be able to charge right at this man. Okay. 18, another 11. And this man is very much injured. Is he able to act? He is, but he's not cured of his confusion. Nope. He's back up. Very woozy still. Tries to go after Marlene. Not enough to do so. But at least he's not falling around, stumbling around, hurting himself. As one more time, let's see. Okay. How much? Okay. Doesn't really need to be too much. 18. 17. There. Wait. 2. And then... yeah, 2, 6. So 8. Then... yeah, 16. Yeah, regardless, this grunt is down. This grunt is down. As now she rushes with this magical stone in hand, apparently. Again, she still doesn't understand why these people even want this thing, but hey, if she can keep this safe, that's what she will do. As she runs right out of this building with this item, keeping it safe. Let's see. Essentially. And let's see what we can do. Whoop! Okay, 8 and... okay. 11... 13. So... along the way... you know what? Yeah, I think that would be... so... as she's looking around this place... basically trying to escape it, essentially... it seems like with the area much safer now... the Pokemon would be more than happy to come out. Let's see. With them more than happy to come out around this place. Let's see what she can get. Okay. 19, 18. Okay. Actually, let me just make sure this is also there. That should help. But yes. During all this... As she, runs out and tries to, avoid all this heck. The Pokemon come out, they're feeling a little more thankful, a little less afraid of everything. Before she can escape this place. A Flareon drops down from above and looks at her. Let's roll for... Okay, that's 9. Okay, 16. So, this Flareon would stare her down. Focus. Ooh, 8. Then 12. 14. Would stare her down. Curiously. But, seeing as basically she's, saving this... She did save this place from these people taking the stone and all. Actually, before I do, let me roll. Hi, Miku Miku! Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. And today, we are playing Pokemon DND, where your points can affect the stream. How are you? Anyways. Okay, yeah. I do think... Yes, you would. So... With this Flareon not really letting her go, staring her down... Even though, it doesn't look like it's gonna fight. She would take this weird, warm stone and, hand it over to them. To this Pokemon. Flareon nods, bows, takes it from her. And it dashes off to basically continue to guard it. As now even more Pokemon are appearing. Let's see. Okay. So that's 6. Whoops. And 7. It's been quite a day. Quite a day for sure. As she exits this, as Marlene exits this shrine. Okay. Let me... She exits the shrine, okay. Okay. That's 12. As she exits the shrine, full of fire types and all. She's able to take a little bit of a breather. Now that everything's said and done. Mainly because now she's not in immediate danger, essentially. And so, she rests a bit. Ooh. as she does... You know what? No. She does rest for a bit. Now she's able to properly take a good look around this place to see... Essentially, 7. Okay. So... 17... No, wait. 7... And then... 11. Just to see if any one of them would want to join her on this quest of theirs. Okay, halfway through. Okay, whoa. 20, 19... Well, what am I doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you for the stars! Another fired up! Well. After all that fighting, we have another fired up Vulpix, fired right back, fired up. I mean, this shrine is basically kind of like a fireplace's home, essentially. Lots of fire types that you wouldn't expect. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And so, with that, let me just move these around. Yeah. And like, it's not like these Pokemon are like tiny and weak at all. Far from it. It's more like because of all the chaos, all of everything. And like how essentially violent these people were. They basically had to hide away and not show themselves, especially if they're basically after the thing that gives this place essentially a life. Ooh, okay. So, okay. So, as you know, the Pokemon are warming up and she explores her way out is what she's doing. As she's exploring her way out and trying to make sure, you know, she's not stepping on any toes or anything like that. She would okay. So, oh, that's cocked. Okay. So as she's basically slowly making her way out of this place and just trying to calm down after all that's gone on, especially with these grunts and finding this orb of sorts, Which, again, she has no idea of what this even means, but she knows that these people cannot be good for wanting to get their hands on it. Let us... Whoops. See if any would approach. Okay, and... Oh, whoops, I need to actually keep track of these. Okay, that's 4 and 8, so 12. 12 on the charm there. So... yeah, actually. I mean, there would be a few Pokemon that would come up to her. Let me just move this down quite a bit. Yeah, that should work better. So, yeah, these Pokemon would come up to her. Curiously, for sure. Ooh. Okay. And as they basically come up to her, curious and, like, trying to figure out what on earth is going on, and what... and, like, basically confirm any suspicions that they had. Like, they do respect, our girl Marlene, that is for sure. Okay, so... 18. Hello, Link! Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. Today, we're playing solo Pokemon DND. How are you? And yes, your points can affect the story. So yes, how are you? How are you? Right now, we've just gone done with pretty much a big encounter. As our main character is making our way out. So, 18... 17... 16... 15... Ooh... And she's basically making her way out. She would encounter a strange Pokemon. Indeed. Let me also see if I can... like, a strange thing would occur. It would be fast. Too. As this Pokemon would zip past her without a second's thought. Yeah. So that is a 9. Let's see. Oh yeah. Zip past her without her noticing. And her Vulpix would pretty much be chill with it. Like, again, mainly because, 1, Vulpix is tired, and 2, this is basically them in their element. Like, there's nothing for this Pokemon to fear here. As this Pokemon dashes right past them. But further on in the distance, now that they are now out of this area, Marlene now knows what she's basically gonna have to do. She can't let whoever these guys are get whatever these elemental things have been. So, even though she did give this really warm stone away to the Flareon in this building, she would see if she can get it back. Mainly seeing if she called out, if the Pokemon would come back and talk to her at the very least. Yeah. Let's see if they would. Okay, that's a 6. 6 and... ooh, that's an 11. Well, she would still try. As she gathers the courage to turn back and look and head back up the shrine. Moving along. Up and up and up. Trying to grab whatever footing she had as her Pokemon follow behind her through this building. Okay. Okay. 13. As she reaches the top, she would soon see. Let's see. She would find that Flareon right up there, for sure. It is guarding this orb now. That it's in the mouth of some lion Pokemon. And it's staring her right down. Basically daring this girl to challenge her to take it. Now, Marlene doesn't want another fight. She wants to try to solve this peacefully, as she always did. So, let's see if she can. Oh, that's a 5 and that's a 10. Oh, that might not be good. Oh, that's already not great. 9, yep. The Vulpix looks at her. Not really caring for her pleas or her explanation at all. Just wanting to see how she'd fare. As... yeah, this is basically... I mean, Mandarin's still a bit poisoned, but... that doesn't mean she's down and out. As... you know, Marlene doesn't want her Vulpix to get into this fight, mainly because... again, she's poisoned. She hasn't had the She hasn't healed her up quite yet. But the Vulpix is determined. She wants to take this fight. Hello, helpful platypus. Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber. Don't lose your head, and today we're playing Pokemon DND, where your points can affect the story. How are you? We are about to take on basically a quote-unquote boss challenge. How are ya? And so, with that, let's go. Yeah. As this battle will begin. Mandarin will go first. And with that, first, Mandarin would stand their ground, dark energy surrounding them, as they prepare for this fight. Before they start this battle off, charging towards the Vulpix. No, charging towards the Flareon. And it would hit. Let's go. Okay. 9. And then 9, 6. Well, 9 and then 16. They would take a pretty good hit from that. Let's see. Taking that hit, Flareon would try and kick up sand. And it does. It has been able to kick up some sand. And Mandarin has been blinded for this turn. Yep. Ooh. Okay. Let's go, let's go. Ooh. Not able to get unblinded. Woo! The big heart. Thank you for the heart. Heart, heart. Seeing how this is going to be a tough fight. And seeing how determined Mandarin is to complete this on their own. Merlin cheers them on, and they do find a little bit of strength, and friendship increases. Trust increases between the two. As now... Ooh. Let's see. As... Yeah, also, with that dark energy, being hit by that move, being hit by the sand, the Flareon can't feel itself able to kick up any more sand. The move has been disabled. With it being disabled, let's go. With that, Vulpix also sets up another thing. Its fur standing right on its head, glaring at this Flareon as it goes for another attack. Ooh. But that sand is not doing good for it, and it misses. But luckily, Mandra is able to shake off the sand, and because Flareon can't kick up anymore, they aren't disabled for this turn. And Flareon will go. It will try to charge right at the Flareon. At Vulpix here. Hello, meow meow. Welcome to the stream. My name's Octavia Umbragi. I am your Dullahan VTuber, and today we are playing Pokemon DND, where your points can affect the story. How are you? We are in a battle right now. So yes, Flareon charges at our Vulpix. It misses. So now let's see. Shaking the sand out of its eyes now. Flareon has a clear sight on its target. Okay. And they will charge at him. Let's see how much damage this does. Okay. So this is... So 16, 12, 14, 21. 21 damage for the quick attack. Minus the defense, which is 7, which brings it down to 14. Okay, so 12 minus 4. Yeah, that's 8. And then... Ooh. Good hit, good hit. Flareon bares its fangs, ready to go for another attack. As it takes a breath, shoots out some fire. As it shoots out some fire, yep. Right there. able to hit. Yep. So that is 4, 12, 29. 29. Then 15. Okay, so that is... Okay, 15 minus 5 is 8. Ooh. Pretty big hit there. And Vulpix is injured from that. But our Vulpix is not one to quit that easily, as it looks up at this Flareon. And goes for one more quick attack. Okay. Well, then add that to the 7, that's 19. 19 damage there. 19, and then minus 7's 12. So... 16. But as it makes contact, Flareon tries to charge up for another big fire attack. It can't. It can't. Oh, also, I should have... No, wait. Yeah. The big 15 and then half that should be 7 something damage, actually. Yeah, 7. What, 8? So 3 minus 8 equals 5, and then yeah, 15 there. So not as big as a hit as I calculated. Anyhow. With that being said, Marlene looks at her Vulpix, trusting implicitly that they'll make it. As the Flareon, still having difficulty moving its feet, tries to go to charge towards the Vulpix to go for its own quick attack. And it is able to hit. Ooh. 12. 6. 22. 7. 29. It slams hard into Mandarin there. Really hard. as Mandarin gets up, badly injured, but still standing. One last go. And it's able to do one last big charge towards this Vulpix, towards this Flareon. Okay. 12, 9, 12, 19. 12. There. Flareon's on its last legs. 2. Come on. Flareon gets on its feet, looks Mandarin straight into the eyes, charges. But disabling that sand attack, being able to kick up that sand, it fumbles, it trips. And using this last bit here as it falls with advantage here, Mandarin, weak as she is, goes and finally takes out this Flareon as they are able to do it. Flareon looks at the two and acknowledges their strength, their power. And lets them have this strange stone. Which again gives them warmth. But not only that, but gives them the respect of the fire Pokemon in any area. As Flareon nods, lets them leave now. With this stone in hand, Marlene knows what she's got to do. She's got to protect it and whatever other stones there might be out there. Again, this is not a fire stone. It does not help Pokemon evolve, no. But it does have some sort of power to it. Some sort of ability to it that she can't place for right now. But she has it with her. Whoo! And that's where we'll conclude this session for today.